formula started coming. Now, setting a context to that answer, we have essentially a standard American diet. I don't know if you guys are aware, but that's not the most nutrient-dense food at all. We're in an amazing situation where there are conveniences, but I go over here and call them actually fatal conveniences. When you have an abundance of food and a lack of nutrients, that's a really important thing to get as to why the missing link is Shakeology and healthy eating and everything else. But we have packed this thing to deliver on that. We have a society where we have genetically modified organisms, we have toxins, we have 70,000 toxins emitted in our atmosphere. We have all of these things going on that are creating stress. And all of this stress, food stress, water stress, air stress, create further and further demands on the body, which then require more and more nutrients to stay balanced and, dare I say, thrive. Now, again, a greater context to this, in 1936, the Congress was informed by the agriculture community by tests saying that our soils are lacking nutrients, and that 99% of Americans in 1936 are nutrient deprived. That's crazy. And then in 1992 at the Earth Summit, not only did they confirm the 1936, they also said, well, we were way off even. It's worse than that. And then in 2003, News Canada came back and like, well, we've been testing this food. A regular potato has lost 100% of its vitamin A in 50 years. It's lost half of the vitamin C, and so on and so forth with all these vegetables. The point here is, this is a gnarly situation. And so if we, as people, are eating all of this food all the time, can you imagine what's happening? Why is it that most people are dying of chronic disease? Well, that's it. If you're constantly eating something and not getting something, you're going to run into a big problem. So, let me just skip ahead here. So I have gotten to travel. You've seen pictures like this. I've gotten to meet the people, get into the ground, see how it's grown, make sure that it's processed in a way that's keeping with the nutrients that are supposed to be there. Not beaten up and overgrown and stripping the soil and everything else, but we actually now are in a situation where we're able to influence that and support that from the farm all the way into the bag, which is cool, okay? And so we're delivering the nutrients that are supposed to be there. And that's the difference here. It's a very, very distinct difference in that we have quality control people, we have research and development, we have people essentially who are following me, who having found some of these things, are then going into the facilities and testing and making sure that all of this, A, doesn't have toxic load, and that has the nutrients we need. That's a really important thing. What is Shakeology not? It doesn't have artificial colors, sweeteners, preservatives, all of that stuff, which makes essentially the research and development, quality control team age rapidly. Because they have a lot of work. And the really important thing that I really want to emphasize is every opportunity Carl has to make profit doesn't necessarily lead him in the direction. He goes, how can I reinvest back into the formulation? Which is essentially why I'm still around. Because if it wasn't, it would just be, you're kind of just riding it along. And we are able to do that. So the success of you leads to the success of furthering the development of these products and making sure that essentially the volumes that we're dealing with now are very tricky. The point to all this is, it was 1936, the writing was on the wall. People didn't listen. However it showed up in lobbying and government making decisions for food on the market, who knows? It's everything. But now, you know what you know, and you can make choices within that. And I've heard amazing testimonials this weekend, and I want to thank you all for sharing those with me, because that's it. We're filling the missing link, and we're ingesting health back into what we need with the nutrients that are there endemically to that plant, and that is the delivery system. And we have this beautiful bag, comes right to your house, but the truth is, there's a lot of work that goes in to make sure that those ingredients are as powerful as they absolutely can, so that you can live the greatest life ever. So I want to turn it over to